it's Tina and I am back. And if my foundation looks a little bit dark right now, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it in the video. But today I just wanted to do a get ready with me and rant, okay? Because I went through some foolishness this past week and I decided to come online and vent. For me, this is really therapeutic because I get to vent my frustrations. Now, these frustrations are definitely on the first world level, okay? These are first world problems. There are people dying, Tina. Like, seriously, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Okay, there are much more serious things going on. The racial divide in the US right now. Breonna Taylor did not get her justice. Like, listen, a lot is going on, okay? But I wanted to really take it back to just a basic rant about foolishness. Like, at the end of the day, none of this really matters and it will be resolved, but I just wanted to vent and rant. So if you want to see how I got this look and just hear me rant about what happened to me this week, then stay tuned and I will talk to you soon. Alright guys, so as usual, we're starting off with a clean, freshly washed face, and I think I'm gonna go in with my Innisfree Firmin Energy Essence. This is a really good essence. It's a thick, like, liquid. It's really interesting, the texture. It feels like a liquid gel rather than like a water or a toner. I really like essences and Korean and Japanese skincare because I feel like they work better for oily skin with the different essences and like lightweight moisturizers. So if you want to go ahead and check them out, I recommend YESSTYLE. I will leave a link down below. I think I also have a discount code that I will link below for you guys. So they have tons and tons of Japanese and Korean makeup and all that stuff. So if you're interested in trying them out, definitely do. And they're really inexpensive in comparison to Western skincare. Like, these skincare prices that I be seeing, not at all. And I know a lot of people have been more into skincare lately. We're not wearing as much makeup, but you know, there are always swings in the industry. Like, there was a stage where we went through intense, like, full coverage makeup and like liquid lipsticks. Like, it was like a requirement to be sculpted and beat to the gods, okay? Your makeup had to be on point. And now it seems like we're veering more towards a more lightweight look. Like, Gen Z is not into the heavy cake face, child. They're like, we need to be carefree and light, and a lot of companies are moving that way. Rare Beauty from Selena Gomez just debuted with a very lightweight feel to the collection. I know a lot of people love Glossier and their whole aesthetic. Then we have Morphe that just released Morphe 2, which is more of that light, airy feel as well. So I'm interested to see where it goes, but definitely get your hands on some Korean and Japanese skincare. I think the Asian skincare market is where it's at. They are so much more advanced with their ingredients and the technology that they're using because they are very skincare focused there, and some of that is trickling into Western skincare. But what they really have over Western skincare is the price point, because you can get a beautiful serum for like $10 and you're good. And of course, there are brands that have higher price points, like Innisfree is a higher price point, but you're still able to get like really great ingredients and formulations at low price points, and you can try it out to see if it's something that you want to invest more in and then go up from there. But there's so many options available, so many brands, and there are a few brands that I've tried out from YESSTYLE, and some brands are new to me, such as Purito. I really love their face wash. We have a couple of more skincare brands like V10. I really like this vitamin C cleansing bar. They have Shiseido and Shuimura, so brands that we're more aware of. I think they also have Innisfree, but they don't ship to the US for Innisfree, so that made me a little bit upset. But anyway, those are the things that I've been using on my skin, and I'm actually gonna go in with a moisturizer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in with a moisturizer. So it's colder out now. How are you guys doing? It is getting colder. It's the fall season in the northern hemisphere, and I've never liked the cold. Like, I'm a tropical girl. I was born and raised in Jamaica, so I am tropical through and through. I love the heat. I love the summer. I love warm weather. And I know a lot of people hate the summertime. They're like, oh, it's too hot. They love the fall and the spring. And I've gotten into like the fall and spring weather too, because it's cooler, but you can still get away with wearing lightweight clothes. Like, you don't have to put on a full-on jacket. So, I mean, I get the vibe, all right? I understand. And with the trees changing, yeah, okay. I can vibe with y'all. I'm getting into it. So I'm gonna go in with my 4-in-1 Cloud Cream from Pure Cosmetic. This packaging though, doesn't it look like a snow globe? So you have that see-through cap with that little silver underlay, and you have Pure Cosmetics at the top. And the bottom, oh my, so it's a little bit slanted, so it stands like that, like a little snow globe. Isn't that cute? Oh my god. All right, so this is a lightweight gel cream. Feels like a cloud cream indeed. It's like a water cream, like clouds are made from water vapor, right? But this is so airy and lightweight. It feels like it's a whipped lotion, and it hydrates the skin without leaving behind like a greasy feel. And I really love how it feels on my skin. So if you have oily skin and you wanted to try out, ooh, like a beautiful moisturizer that's still lightweight but hydrating at the same time, this might be something you want to try out. And make sure you get a coupon, child, because I think I got, what, 30% off that cloud cream, because I was not trying to pay, I think it's like 40 something dollars. I'm like, I'm not trying to pay that for this, but at the discount I was like, all right, let me try it out, because I got a sample and I really liked it, and I'm like, let me get full size. So here we have the skin. So in today's video we're gonna rant, okay, because I feel like I need to rant. I need to catch up with you guys, and I need to get some things off my chest. This is a first world rant if I ever heard one. It is so first world right now because these issues are so minuscule in comparison to what's going on. That doesn't mean I can't still rant about it, right? Oh my god, everything just fell. That doesn't mean I still can't bitch and moan, right? I know there are a lot more serious things going on in the world right now and in the US as we speak, but sometimes I still want to just bitch and moan about really trivial things that are still annoying in our everyday lives. So I'm gonna bitch about my internet service. So I have Optimum Online. So Optimum is my provider, well, was my provider. We'll get into that. So I've had them for years, like years I've been with Optimum. And I really never had an issue. Like, to me it's like internet, whatever, it doesn't matter. But last year I had downgraded my service. I'm just using some concealer under here. Am I gonna tell you about the products? I'm just gonna put them down below. So last year, yeah, I had downgraded my service. So I had TV in 2 rooms. Like I had the living room and the bedroom TV. And then I had like all these stations, and I realized I was never watching TV. The only thing I watched on TV was the news. So I downgraded my package to just 1 cable box because I didn't need 2. Like, honestly, truly, I was watching Netflix and YouTube mainly, and I have a Fire Stick, so I was watching movies and series that way. And Hulu, like, I have all those, so why do I don't have Disney Plus though. So I really didn't need any cable channels apart from the news. So I downgraded to basic cable, basic channels, so I would still have the news channels, and that was it. And I had the local news channel. That was the key part. I don't really listen to a lot of these news channels like Fox 5, like, who are we kidding here? But I still have like the local news just to find out what's going on locally, and of course for the weather, right? Because in the winter time you want to know when there's gonna be a snowstorm and all that good stuff, right? So I downgraded, and I had the triple play because they have internet, phone, and TV as a package, and that way you'll get a discount versus like having the services individually. So I'm using the LA Girl Keep It Playful eye palette in the Color Story Downplay. So this is the more neutral palette. It has 9 shades, 5 of them are mattes, 4 shimmers. And I think this is a beautiful neutral palette. This is gorgeous. I'll insert the swatches so you can see what it looks like. I'm gonna go in with one of the top matte brown shades just to buff that in my crease. So I had this triple play. I'm like, all right, not too bad. I'm paying like $103 a month after taxes and all the fees and stuff. That's fine, like, whatever, but I really wasn't using the TV. And I definitely wasn't using the phone. I'm going in with the other shade now. I was not using the phone service. Why call in? I have my cell phone, and I have international minutes on my cell phone, so my cell phone is what I'm gonna use anyway. So I never needed a house phone, but I kept going, you know, because I'm like, maybe you'll still watch the TV. I was barely watching the TV, child. So I'm gonna use the darker brown. So it goes on and on and on, and my internet service, I believe, was the 300. So it's like 300 megabits per second download, but the upload was really slow. And remember, I upload YouTube videos, and my video sizes, oh my god, they are huge. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but whatever. Huge video sizes to get the quality that I want, right? So the 1080p. So I would upload overnight. I would just let my computer run overnight. I edited in the night anyway, so it wasn't really a big deal to just have the videos upload while I was sleeping, and then in the morning it would be processed and I could just do the once over to make sure that everything was okay. The only time that became an issue was if I needed to re-edit and then I had to upload same day, then I'd have to wait until the next day for the video to go live. So that would mess up my schedule, which is why I never put myself on a schedule for YouTube. Oh my god, these worked really well so far. So I never really had a schedule for YouTube. I'm going in with the dark shimmery brown. Let's see. I never committed to a YouTube schedule for that reason, because I wasn't sure when my videos would be. This is applying really well. I wasn't sure when the videos would be uploaded in time for me to go live. So, you know, whatever. I dealt with it because it was workable. Like, it wasn't really a big issue. These shades are applying so well. Okay, these have mineral oil. Is it mineral oil or coconut oil in the formulation? Let's see here. Mineral oil. So if you have issues with mineral oil where it irritates your skin or it breaks you out, be careful with these. You might not want to pick this up, because that is what is giving this formulation that beautiful shine and sheen. Oh, that's stunning. So I just worked around the slow speed. Like, I didn't want to pay any more for internet. Like, I'm like, $100 is fine. I'm only using the internet. I wasn't trying to pay anything more than that, and I am very loyal when it comes to my services. Like, I've been with AT&T since I migrated here, and I've had the same number since college, okay? So from 2001 till now, it's the same number. If you had my number ever, it's still the same damn thing. Anyway, let's see, what else should we do here? I might, let me see, I have another palette here. This one is Playmate, which is a cooler tone palette. Well, it has more pinks. It's kind of cool and kind of warm at the same time because it has those lighter pinks, but it has like berries too. I feel like I want to use this shade here because it's not as gray toned as this shade. So I'm just gonna go between the two. So anyway, I was just making it work, you know. I wasn't complaining. I stick to the evil that I know, even though it may not be the best for me. Like, even though I can get things cheaper, I don't switch around, okay? I am a creature of habit. And you can tell, all right, I'm going in with the taupe shade from this palette instead now. And you can tell from my car, I have had my car for years, and I'm dreading having to get a new one because I have to get a new one soon. And I don't want a new one because I love my car so much. Like, I'll stick to the same damn thing. Like, listen, as long as it works, I am good. So I stuck with them for all those years, just, you know, going along. But since we're working from home, I'm trying to upload more videos now. It's definitely becoming more irritating with my upload speed because, like I said, I'll be editing and stuff, and I want to upload stuff the same day, and it's not allowing me to do that going in with the black. So I called them up and I was like, all right, let me try out the upgrade to the 300. So the next level up is the 400. Let me try that out and see if that is something that works better for me. So I got the 400 and that worked really well. Like, the upload speed was a lot faster. And I don't know why it's just 100 megabits more, so why is it so much better? But it was so much better. My videos were uploaded now in about 2 to 4 hours, depending on the length of the videos. And that was working fine for me. So then I said, if the 400 works so well, I'm just gonna upgrade to the 1 gigabyte. And instead of doing the triple play with phone and TV, let's just do internet. I don't need the other services because, again, I have my Fire Stick, Hulu, Netflix, all that, right? This is building up. Oh, this is so pretty. So I upgraded to the 1 gigabyte, right? Now, the 1 gigabyte had to have someone come in and install it because it's different equipment, it's faster service, so they need to make sure that you are wired for that kind of connection. I'm working from home, I need everything to work, right? So they come in and they installed the 1 gig. I didn't see him do anything other than put in the modem, so I don't know what he did different that I couldn't have done on my own, because when I called him I was like, well, can you just send me the equipment and I'll install it myself? I don't need someone to come in, because they have an installation fee of $79.99, and I'm like, I'm not playing that game. I'm not paying that just for you guys to give me service. So they actually comped the fee for the person to come in. So he came in, did whatever he did, and then whatever, fine, no problem. So boom, with the 1 gigabyte, this looks so good. These eyeshadows though, look, right? These applied really well. I am impressed. Come on now, LA girl. I was already enjoying their eyeshadows, so I'm not too surprised, but still, like, look at that. What? And this is a dupe of one of the Huda palettes, and I actually like this a little bit more than the Huda. I know. What? So all right, foundation. Let's use the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. This one is the shade Macao, which is medium deep 4. So I did a review video, I'll link it over here, where I use Huahini medium dark 2.6 for my shade, and that one was just a little bit too peachy for me, so I wanted to go deeper, and I went to MD4. So I went from 2.6 to 4, and this is from medium dark to dark skin with olive undertones. We're gonna see how this works. This is a little bit deeper. Yeah, it's a lot deeper actually than the previous shade, but we're gonna try it out and see. So just grabbing my foundation brush. Yeah, that is darker than my skin tone, but it covers up my hyperpigmentation. Here's the thing, right here on my face is lighter, right here is deeper, and then my neck is deeper. So I think this blends in with my neck pretty well. What do you guys think? I think that looks good. Who knew? MD4. What? You know what? Let me see what Tahoe looks like. I have a Sheer Glow somewhere. All right, so here's my Sheer Glow in the shade Tahoe. And this is Tahoe, which, right, works pretty well for me. And then now this is Macao. So I don't know, like, what is going on? Let me try Tahoe a little bit on my skin. Right? It blends right in. Maybe it's because of the formulation, because this is more of a glowy foundation. I can get away with this lighter shade, but in the matte one, I need a darker shade. I don't know, it's just that the lighter foundation stands out a lot more on my skin tone in this matte finish than like a lighter shade in the Sheer Glow. So that is interesting. Anyway, so now I have the 1 gigabyte, right? All right, all is well. I go ahead and I try to upload a video. The video takes as long as the 300 did, so not even 400 levels. Like, this was still taking extremely long. So I'm doing the speed check, and I'm like, no. You can do a speed check on your internet using fast.com. That is provided by Netflix for you to check your internet speed. So I checked the speed, and it is saying to me that I am getting 200 and something megabits per second download, and then my upload is 2 kilobits per second. 2 kilobits per second. So now I'm like, I know that. No, I am so mad, right? So I call in, and I'm like, hey, I just upgraded to the 1 gigabyte, but now my internet speed is even slower than it was when I had 300. I was on the phone with one of their techs for a half an hour trying to reboot my system, trying to reboot it from his side, like doing all the things, right, that you're supposed to do to try to get it to work. This thing would still not speed up. So now he tells me, oh, there seems to be an issue in your area, right? And we're working on it, and they're gonna get it fixed. So I'm like, all right. So I said, okay, fine. If you're going to do that, then you're gonna need to put on my account a note that I should be refunded for the time that I was without this internet service, because I am without internet service, right? So he's like, yep, of course, absolutely. And then they're gonna send a technician out. So I had a service appointment scheduled, right, for them to come in and fix the issue, whatever it is, with the installation or my equipment, whatever. They're gonna come and check to see what the issue is. I get a call a couple of days later that says, hey, we're not gonna send a technician because the issue is external. It's with one of our service poles. We're gonna, you know, fix the equipment externally. They don't need to come in. All right, no problem. I don't care, right? So fine, boom. I'm waiting for this service to get better. And I am fed up at this point, right? So I call in and I'm checking again. I was calling for a couple of things, but I'm calling to check like what's going on. My service is still really poor. Are you guys gonna improve this? What is happening? And this is weeks now, okay? So I'm going on weeks without internet service, like proper internet service. And I am at this point irritated because I'm getting the runaround like, yeah, we're gonna fix it, but yet no one has fixed anything. So I am annoyed. And again, you're working from home. You need your internet to work. And the thing about it is, when I'm watching Netflix, I don't want to have things telling me, oh, you're loading. What the hell? That sounds fair to you? Like, that's a whole lot of bullshit. So I call in, right? And I am trying to also get a credit for the time that I was without service all together in August. So when the storm Isaias passed through New York, we had a lot of down trees and down power lines. Like, I lost power. It was a whole thing, okay? So I lost power, I lost internet, and thankfully with my job, I can do things offline. It's not like I have to be online to do my job. So I was still able to work, but not having internet was still an issue because if I needed to do anything online or access anything online for my job or respond to clients with emails, I was not able to because I didn't have internet service, right? And at the end of the day, I can't really be mad at that because that is just a weather situation. They have no control over that, so fine. But they sent an email that said, hey, you're gonna be refunded for the time you didn't have service. So don't worry about it, you don't have to call in, because of course everybody's calling in to make sure that they're getting refunded for the time that they're without service, which is only right. Like, if I don't have service, why am I paying for it? Are you crazy? So I wasn't worried about it. I was like, all right, they're gonna refund us in the next billing cycle. It's gonna be fine. I'm not worried. So I was calling because I wasn't refunded. I didn't have a credit on my account. I had to still pay the same amount. So what Optimum does is they bill you ahead of time. So they bill you a month in advance. So I had already paid for August and they didn't give me a credit on my account, which is what they should have done, right? So they charged me full price for September and I was calling for my credit. So I was calling for that, plus calling to check up on the status of the internet, because again, I'm still not getting 1 gig. So I want to be refunded again for not having the 1 gig service, and I haven't been able to use the 1 gig that I am paying for at this point. So now I'm online. This foundation is very dark. It looks very, very dark. Let's see, compared to my, yeah, that looks so dark. Oh my god. All right, up close, does it look that dark? I may need to put a turtleneck on because so anyway, I'm gonna use this Rare Beauty lip balm. It's the shade Thankful. It's a nude shade. So I'm waiting for them to credit me. I'm on the phone, and I'm on the phone with this representative that was just outright rude. She had a straight attitude, and I'm like, I was this close to being like, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but you got the wrong one, right? But I'm like, all right, listen, I'm frustrated. You're frustrated. It's fine. It happens. Whatever. Can I speak to a supervisor? Can my case get escalated to management? Because she's gonna tell me how they don't have any notes about when I called in and spoke about the speed of my internet service. They don't have any notes in the system. And I'm like, that's interesting. How do you have no notes in the system, yet I have an appointment that was set up in the system to come and check on my equipment? So which one is it, sweetie? And she's there giving me like straight attitude. Well, I can't do anything because there are no notes in the system. I'm like, listen, I appreciate that there are no notes in the system. I don't care what's going on internally with y'all, but what are you gonna do to resolve it for me? Because I have records of when I called you, okay? I pulled it up. I was like, I spoke to this person on this date for this amount of time, and my service appointment was scheduled for this date, and I got a call back saying that they're gonna do it externally, so don't play with me, okay? And she's going, I'm like, listen, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I am not speaking to you anymore. Get me a manager. So she's like, oh, there's no manager available. I'm like, that's fine. Have them call me back. So she said, okay, she's gonna have somebody call me back. They're gonna call me back within 24 to 48 hours. Fine, no problem. Call me back. So I didn't get a call back. I did not get a call back. No one reached out to me, nothing, right? And mind you, this is the day that my bill is due, right? So I am not paying that bill until I get a credit. I'm not paying it. I don't care. I'm not gonna overpay you guys and wait for you to refund me because I can't even get a credit from you guys now. How am I gonna get my money back if I overpay? So I'm not paying, right? So, and I told her that. So I don't get a call back, but I get an adjustment like 3 days later. I see it on my account because I'm checking, right? On my account it says, oh, you received a $20 credit. Fine, I take the credit, right? I'm gonna take the credit. I take the credit. So I'm like, all right, I paid the bill at that point now because I'm just gonna be like, yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna pay the bill. And then this week I checked my account again and I see that I owe $10 and I'm like, $10 for what? So I call up and this person is gonna tell me, oh, the $10 is for a late fee. A late fee because I didn't pay the bill on time. I said, excuse me, I called in about this bill on the day it was due to pay it, and I said I wasn't paying it until my credit was applied to my account. Where are the notes for that? So this fee needs to be taken off my account because I am not paying $10 in fees because y'all didn't get my price adjusted as you should have, right? So I'm going back and forth with this guy and I'm like, as a matter of fact, I didn't see the credit on my account for the 2 weeks that I didn't have the 1 GB service that y'all had claimed, and I still don't have it, but I'm willing to still pay for the internet because I have internet. So I will pay the rate for the 400 or the 300, but I'm not paying the rate for the 1 GB. Mind you, when I called in, okay, here's where I'm getting ranty now, I'm getting hot. So mind you, when I called in to get the 1 GB and I was trying to negotiate the package price, he told me that he can get it down to, oh, I'm shaking everything. He can get it down to $103, which is the same that I was paying for the triple pay package, right? So internet, cable, and phone is the same price as this 1 GB. I didn't have a problem paying the $100, so I'm like, whatever, you know what, fine, it doesn't even matter. I'm going in with a gloss. This is from Manny MUA. It's one of the Luna Beauty glosses. It is in the shade Dreamy. I've heard so much good stuff about the glosses from Luna Beauty, so I said, let me try one out. I think I got 2. So this is Dreamy. It's cute, it's comfortable, lightweight, feels good. Smells nice, whatever. So I'm here just trying to get my account adjusted, right? I'm going in with this face palette from Urban Decay. It's the Stay Naked Threesome in the shade Fly. So it has these 3 shades. It's a blush, a bronzer, and a highlight. I like to mix the highlight and bronzer together to give a beautiful glow on my skin. This actually works really well as a highlight, like a very subtle highlight. I don't like, ooh, it's so freaking pretty. Look at this. I'm gonna, my skin is looking so good right now. Like, it's a very beautiful glow on my skin. I really have been liking this trio. I like the blush color and the bronzer, but the bronzer doesn't really show up that well on my skin. Let me try it out actually. It doesn't really show up that well, and it's very glowy, so I prefer to like mix the highlighter and the bronzer to give me a beautiful natural glow to my skin. So anyway, so I am trying to get my discounts, right? Ooh, I'm trying to get my discounts because I didn't have service, and it's only right. Like, I'm not gonna be here paying for things that I'm not getting. Oh my god, this shade looks so dark on my skin right now. I don't know if it was the wisest thing to get this darker foundation. But I mean, in the summer, no, not in the summertime, because this is kind of my summer color right now. So anyway, I'm there, right? And I'm trying to get the, oh, my eyelashes, oh god. So finally, this guy was like, all right, we're gonna credit your account. It's gonna have to be escalated to my manager because it's over the amount that he's approved to authorize. I don't know, but he's gonna escalate it, right? And so he said, you should see the credit, don't worry about it, it should be on your account. I'm like, all right, no problem. So I still haven't seen the credit yet, but he was actually nice on the phone. Like, he was trying to help me out. He was trying to understand the situation. I'm going in with bronzer. This is from Marc Jacobs. This is the Tantalize bronzer. It just gives me a little bit of color. I probably don't need to add any more color or bronze to this foundation. But anyway, he helped me a little bit. So now my service still sucks. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to check out Verizon because I can't be bothered. I've had Verizon before, but they were really expensive. But I'm like, they have to have some package that's about $100. So I log on, and guess what? Verizon has a package for $79.99 for their 1 GB service. Excuse me? And that is $79.99 after fees and taxes, all equipment rental charges, all included. That is $79.99 that I would be paying, full stop. Excuse me, $80, so I'm saving 20-something dollars over Optimum for a better service because I know Fios is better, right? So I called them up. I'm like, listen, tell me what you could do for me, okay? They said, all right, fine, we'll have somebody come in. It's a complimentary installation, so there's no fee associated with it. Excuse me, Optimum wanted to charge me $79.99 just for the setup. So now it's complimentary, so they send in someone. He comes in, he sets up my internet. Beautiful. I have my 1 gigabyte. My download speed right now is at 700-800 megabits per second. My upload is 300 megabits per second. We're coming from 2.6 kilobits per second to megabits. Excuse me. So the service, top-notch, phenomenal. And I have service all throughout my apartment without having to have an extender, right? With Optimum, I had to have an extender to have it in the living room if the freaking modem was in my bedroom. Anyway, I am pissed off. I am so mad. I called up Optimum right then and there. Now, I'm not gonna disconnect my service until I have my Verizon come in, right? Verizon, the appointment was a week out, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to wait a week out. So now, boom, Optimum, I called them up. I'm like, listen, I need to disconnect service. I don't care, just disconnect me right now. So they send me to the retention center, right? Now the retention center, of course, they're gonna try to convince you to stay and they're gonna offer you all these things and whatever. I'm like, listen, I'm not interested in staying, just disconnect my service. I already have Verizon installed. They came in and installed it today and I need to disconnect Optimum. The guy on the phone, again, trying to give me attitude. I'm like, sir, listen, I don't want to speak to you about anything. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care if you're having a bad day, if you have an attitude. I don't care. Because right now, I'm having an attitude because I have had poor service from you guys and I've called in multiple times and I have been disregarded. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to disconnect my service, okay? He's like, well, we can give you a $50 credit. I'm like, your $50 credit is not gonna help me, okay? Because right now I don't have service. So he's like, all right, I gotta pass you on to my supervisor because they're the ones that close out the service tickets. So I'm like, whatever, pass me on, I don't care. So then the supervisor comes on and she's like, hey, you know, I heard you've been having some issues and you wanna disconnect. Can we convince you to stay? I'm like, listen, ma'am, listen, I've been getting awful service from you guys for as long as I can remember, right? But I just dealt with it because I'm a creature of habit. And I'm like, the last straw was these last 2 months. One, I was without service and I had to call you guys to get a credit, even though I got an email telling me that it would be automatic. I wouldn't have to call. I had to call to get a credit on my account for my service that was not available for a week and a half. And the representative at that time was giving me attitude to get my credit applied to my account. And on top of that, I was supposed to get a call back and I'm still waiting for a call back from one of your supervisors because I had an issue and it still has not been resolved. Then you're charging me a late fee for something that I told you guys I wasn't gonna pay for until it was adjusted. And now this representative wanted to give me an attitude because I want to disconnect. I'm like, listen, I don't care. I'm disconnecting. Verizon's already here and Verizon is much cheaper than you guys. They're $79.99 with taxes and everything included. And you guys are charging me $103. And telling me that that's the best that you could provide. Now she's gonna say, oh, well, we will honor the Verizon price if that helps. I'm like, oh, so now y'all wanna honor the Verizon? No, you're gonna honor the $79.99 when you could have given me that before. And I've been a long-term customer. Lady, come off of my phone. Come off of my phone. I was so upset and she's there. She's being really nice. And I'm like, listen, I know this is your job and this is what you're supposed to do, but here's the thing. It should not have to be escalated to you, to your level, for me to get a positive response. I gotta reapply this lash. But anyway, I should not have to be escalated to your level to get this resolved, and now you're the one that's trying to be helpful. This should have happened a long time ago. I have spoken to 5 or 6 of your representatives. In the last 2 months, I've been going back and forth, and it has not been pleasant. And Verizon was so sweet, very helpful, no issues. Like, I went through that Verizon process like so easily, like no hiccups, no nothing. Like Verizon, if their service is top notch, like I'm gonna wait it out to see how it works, but if it's top notch, then I am very happy. But I should not have to tolerate this foolishness and paying you guys money for service that I'm not getting. So I don't care, lady. I don't care. So I was so pissed off and fed up because I don't understand how these companies can get away with these things. They think they have no competition and they think they're gonna keep you no matter what. And Verizon did this to me before, which is why I was hesitant to go to the Verizon in the first place. So when I switched over to Optimum years ago, I had Verizon at that point. And I called up because my Verizon bill went up and they're like, yeah, we revised our packages and that's the price. And I'm like, what do you mean that's the price? Like, you went up $20. They're like, yeah, that's what we're doing. And I said, okay, you know what? I'm switching to Optimum, and Optimum offered me this price point. And you know what the woman told me? She was like, oh, well, Verizon doesn't compete with prices with competitors. So this is the price. If you want it, you want it. And we offer better service. So boom. And I'm like, oh, okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay, now mind you, yes, Verizon does have a better service, okay? Their Fios, those fiber optics really work well, okay? I'll give you that. And I'll pay a little bit extra. I'll pay a premium for a premium service, not a problem. But when you gonna tell me, say, $30, I wasn't against paying $10 more, but you're gonna tell me you're gonna charge me $30 more? Ma'am, a month? Ma'am, no. So come off on my phone, miss. So I called up Optimum, and that's when I had Optimum installed. And since then, I've had like a really bad taste in my mouth for Verizon. And then a Verizon representative had come to my door, knock, knock, knock. We want to see if you're interested in Verizon services. And I told her, I'm like, listen, you guys told me you don't price compete, okay? So I don't know what to tell you. I'm paying what I'm paying now for my internet, and I'm very happy. So thank you so much. Come again. She's like, oh, well, we can get you down to this price. I'm like, it's still higher than the price I'm paying now. Why would I come over to you to pay more? I don't feel like it. Bye. And after the attitude that y'all gave me the last time, I don't want to talk about it. Bye. All right? So I've always had that chip on my shoulder for Verizon, but this time around, they were very, very sweet. And it seems like the competition that they're seeing from Optimum changed their tune a little bit, because now they're over here matching and giving me better service than freaking Optimum. I was so upset, and I wanted to share that with you guys. I should have shared this when it happened because I was so worked up. I was so mad. I was so mad. And I'm like, I gotta talk about it. I just gotta come on YouTube and rant, right? So yeah, that's what happened with me and Optimum, and I'm pissed off. So pissed off. Like, how dare they? Imagine. And I'm uploading videos and they're taking a day to upload. You know how frustrating that is as a YouTuber? I'm not a YouTuber full time, but imagine as a YouTuber, if you did this for a living and you were relying on your internet service, and then them not, But beyond being a YouTuber, I work from home. I need my internet to work. Are you serious? So, that was not gonna work for me. Why one eyelash up there and one, something is going on with this eyelash. I'm gonna need to trim some. Do I need to trim it? Should I trim it? Yeah, I'm gonna trim. I'm gonna trim it. I don't care. I'm gonna trim it a little bit, whatever. So anyway, yeah, that's my story. That's what's been going on. So I'm aggravated and I just can't be bothered, right? Anyway, how have you guys been? After all of that, I'm like, yeah, how have you guys been? I just needed to vent and get that out. You know what I'm saying? These eyeshadows look so good right now. My skin looks fantastic. The foundation is beautiful. The shade is dark. I'm gonna put a turtleneck on because I have a couple more videos to film, and if I am looking this dark, it looks it looks really dark. No, well, kind of. It does, but it doesn't at the same time. What do you guys think? I am cooking right now, so I'm running back and forth trying to make sure that I'm not burning the food and doing laundry. But what do you guys think? It looks dark. I don't know how to feel about it, but yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and film some more videos, edit and upload. Hopefully my upload speed, I haven't tested the upload speed yet because I've just been irritated, and I was really busy this week at work anyway, so I wasn't able to really film or edit anything. But I did upload a video that I had like edited a long time ago. So we're gonna see if Verizon is truly better and see if my service is better. But yeah, until my next video, I'm gonna leave all the products used in the video down below in the description box, by the way, so you can check them out if you're interested. I will also leave links on where you can pick these products up. If those links have an asterisk next to them, that means they're affiliate links, which means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through my links, which is a great way to show your support because it helps me to put right back into the channel. And I will also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter account where you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye guys.